Welcome back, everyone. We're on Apotheosis. In the bottom right, as the blue Terran, he is NaTuRal. Oh, NaTuRal.
And his opponent, the red and ever so good at this matchup, Reality.
Yep.
There's actually a lot to be said about this before we even get into casting it. And the number one thing is that Reality has been such a good TvT player for a long time. For a while, him and Ryung were the only two that could actually knock out Byun. No one else even stood a chance. There would be times where if this was the Olimoleague without Reality and Byun was signed up, we're like, well, no one else stands a chance. It's come a long way since then. There are people who can beat Byun now, but it's just crazy how good he's been at this matchup for how long it's been. Further by the fact that NaTuRal has so much less of a name to him than Reality does, yet NaTuRal is like the up-and-coming next guy we've really been keeping our eyes on. He's been impressing us, beating bigger names, and just surprising us with what is good play. There's no cheese that comes out of him. We don't see him 3-racks Reapering or anything weird like that. He just plays Terran really solid, but just not well known.
Yeah. And that's why we like to catch him.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be team associations for him next year, if they're going to get picked up for Pro League, or if he's already just like a big practice partner for some of these guys. But NaTuRal is certainly a good player, and I would like to see him go further, fostered by a team.
Yeah. Sorry. Make sure I don't tweet Olimoleague. There we go. The state of, I guess, pickups in Korea is a little difficult, I suppose. Like, with Pro League being over especially, like, I don't know if they're going to start their pickups for rookies this soon. There might be a huge gap in time where just, like, there's absolutely no one looking anyway. And then maybe next year there'll be a big dive, I guess, for picking up all the up-and-comers. But NaTuRal's
Oh, this is going to be annoying. Oh, that's really annoying for Reality.
It is, yes. They both went for similar builds, so that little delay means a lot. Now, Reality is trying to get to a factory and a second factory off the bat, so we might see Cyclones again, believe it or not.
Reaper fight, by the way, almost. This is like when you see, like, I guess Goku and Vegeta punch each other in the face at the exact same time with the exact same amount of force.
That has definitely been a thing that has happened. Dragon Ball Z, very dramatic.
Game paused.
I couldn't have paused when I was making the tweet, huh? That's fine, whatever.
Yeah. When we didn't need to do things. Anyways, might be a bit like here for NaTuRal, maybe not. I guess it is worth noting for those who don't know how this works. The Olimoleague still only has people come to the studios for the monthly finals presently. And as far as that's concerned, too, they're looking at maybe changing format or style for that because I guess it's a real big hassle to have everybody come out and then some will get knocked out right away and that's it. They came out for like one game and wasted their whole day. I don't know. So
yeah.
I'm really interested to see what the next monthly final is going to look like.
As centralized as, you know, Korea is compared to, like, America or Canada, there are still people that have to take, like, 2-hour trains, I guess, to live exactly in Seoul.
Fuck.
Oh. Yo, Gucci?
Wait, what is that?
Oh.
No, it's Maya. Never mind.
Oh,
Okay,
well, I know
so
I was pausing.
Yeah, we have to remake the game really quick, guys. I guess get the Korean casters in here. But I had XSplit open to test stuff with Crank, and I didn't realize Twitch alerts from my channel was going to go off when that happened, so my ears just got blasted by some super hype, awesome donation, Yohasi. He woke me the hell up with a $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. I think it's something about my camera. I'll have to go look at that in a moment. Oh, my God. That was so loud. I had to go close that. So what's nice, though, is, like, we can actually resume replay, I think. Even if it was bugged and still doesn't recover the game correctly, not much has happened. Like, there's nothing to reveal.
Well, he hasn't seen the 2 factories.
That's actually true. Sorry, I forgot about the second factory. I was just looking at production tab.
Yeah. And if it was the live finals, we definitely could, but the off.
Well, I feel like what's important though is like there was a pretty discernible delay on the command center. The Reaper fight, as close as it was, like there's some actually important stuff that happened so far to completely remake it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, he must have gotten that message, you know, while he was starting or something, because he was waiting for the casters to even say ready. So I don't like it wasn't him trying to be BM against the Korean casters or anything. It was just unfortunate timing. But everyone, literally everyone's in here. Great. We got it first. Y'all are posers.
Yay! We're like Sonic the Hedgehog fast.
Gotta go fast.
This is kind of cool though. Actually, this just hit me. I wasn't looking at the brackets, but we're in the round of 16 with some pretty good matchups. Usually, it's not till like the round of 8 or even the semifinals we see like NaTuRal versus Reality tier of play. But the winner of this goes on to fight what is potentially Lucira. Beyond there in the semifinals eventually. Beyond versus Pet maybe in the round of 8 as well. Oh my god, I actually don't know which I want to see more. Topside Ryong, Hurricane, Gumiho, Neeb. I would actually, by the way, the fact that I already know Neeb has beaten Gumiho 2-0 2 times back to back tells me Neeb's likely to make the semifinals up top, and that's gonna be really fucking cool, I think.
Yeah, that would be cool. Really got to see Neeb show up like repeatedly, I suppose. Hopefully he keeps that. To be honest, he kind of sounds like if you were to send an American or a foreigner to Korea and hope that they acted as much like a Korean as possible, I think Neeb was a pretty good choice. He seems to just play and then not do much else.
Right? Like
it's not a bad thing or a good thing, that's what he does.
No, but it's interesting because it is one of those things where like he's not busy trying to schmooze the camera or like impress the world. He wants to just play the game as well as he can, and I think that's respectable.
Yeah.
Like every time Neeb's like, "No, I don't want to do an interview." For a moment, I scoff, but I'm like, "That's right. This guy does focus on the game. Like he's trying to actually be good at the game he plays."
Yeah, and he's clearly. I mean, I guess he's enjoying his time in Korea. Like he does go on that hike with no regret, or to the pizza for potato pizza. But yeah, he's not trying to schmooze the camera or anything. It does sound like he just plays a lot while he's there, which is pretty cool. Anyway, Pet has advanced. Lucira, as you said, we're probably gonna get whoever wins this versus Lucira. He still hasn't left, I guess, so his team hasn't yelled at him, which would be a pretty damn good TvZ. The Korean casters need a couple of minutes, so that's what we're waiting on right now.
Yeah, so just to, again, affirm, it sucks because some interesting stuff happened already, but because they didn't follow the admin rules and stuff, and Olivia has been fair but strict about this in the past as well, so consistency goes here where they're just remaking it. Context here being in the past, there's actually been instances where an entire game has been played out, and she says, tough cookies, you guys didn't follow the rules, so you got to replay the game. Man. And it's not enjoyable, obviously, but again, it's in the rules, and she enforces them instead of letting them slide all over the place. And I would actually take this style of admin over others every single day, because there's been too many instances where I know Zombie Up and I were sitting there, like during the commercial break, going, I can't fucking believe they're handling like this. This is fucking such an amateur hour thing. What's going on right now?
Yeah.
But luckily, Olivia doesn't put us in that situation. So. It's a minute and a half of gameplay. NaTuRal might feel a little bit cheated because you got that really nice SCV kill, but at the end of the day, rules are rules.
Yep. There's the countdown. As the Korean casters get the referee now. Took back my sock. Whatever. Fine.
You took off your sock?
She took back the sock she gave me. Dobby has been.
Oh, Dobby's. I was like, are you just getting a little bit warm, but not that warm in your room already? Like,
actually, I'm
that
super
time of day?
warm. Oh my god! Yesterday, my room must have been in the 90s. I swear to God, like it was super super hot, and usually I don't mind that, but at some point it gets really hot.
I just realized like how full Liz Lemon you would go with like a striptease. You'd be like, oh yeah, baby, I'm a little bit warm. Like slowly slide off like one shoulder of your shirt, like. Yeah. No, I'm good. That's it. That's the end of the show. I'm now at comfortable temperature.
2,000 for cuddling, 5,000 for kissing. End of list.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are re-getting into this game. Lots to be said and some to be repeated. But in the top left side of the map, we do have the blue Terran player, NaTuRal.
In the bottom right, as the red Terran. He's reality.
And to do a bit of sickly selling out for a moment, we got Maynard in chat, which is kind of cool to see. Got to give some love to that guy. He's one of the most hype casters for StarCraft. And just kind of commenting that he's also a patron of the Olimoleague because he loves that sweet, sweet replay pack. Yeah, a lot of the times it's hard to actually get replays for Koreans, and in a lot of instances we're not even allowed to share things. For example, we cannot share the Olimoleague replays with our subscribers as we normally do. The only way to get access to those is to support the Patreon. And if you want to learn more about the Patreon, go to patreon.com/holymoly. On the site, there's also some other cool perks and benefits as well, but of course, the number one thing I think a lot of people look for are those replay packs. I know there's actually quite a few pros who have contemplated hardcore, but I want to get those replays, but it's kind of expensive, and I'm a pro player starving, and I want to improve, blah, blah, blah. But that's the only way, sadly, to get replay packs, guys.
Yeah. No other way. Too bad. A bunch of other stuff is available, too, so just check out the Patreon.
It's also the best way to get the before everybody else scoop on the news of things as well. If formats are going to change or if new cool things are on the way, that's where you hear about it first. And of course, one of the greatest things about the Patreon, actually before we get off that topic, is it makes the Olimoleague one of the very few times we get to cast stuff and get paid for it too, as the Patreon does support us at the same time. So if you were already like, hey, I want to help this stuff, but I want to give BaseTradeTV like $15 a month, like, no, go support the Patreon. Trust me, it'll be worth your while.
Thanks to...
Once again... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I am Dark Minions for the 9-month resub.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I have to refresh my Twitch alerts. I was going to say, though, NaTuRal, once again, gets like that first shot with the Reaper, comes in for the command center, looks for another SCV kill, and looks like he'll get it once again. This time might be at the cost of his Reaper, however, so not quite as smooth as the first time around.
Nope, still gets away with it. Actually, there's a second Reaper on the way. Maybe looking into the last game a little bit.
Oh la la.
Yeah, now he'll win. Oh, Reality probably could have gotten the last hit on that one Reaper, but he wasn't, you know, he was surprised. Second Reaper.
It's actually kind of cute there with the grenade, too. I don't think anyone knew where that went down, so they all kind of scattered.
Yeah, we're shit.
But question for me is, and was, would there be a second factory? And the answer is yes. So, Mech in TvT is a very interesting spot right now. It's been proven through people like Major and Beastie and sometimes the Koreans just how good and strong mech can be versus a bio player. The problem is, though, if you can't get up to a very certain supply count, you're always going to get overwhelmed by the bio production. So, for Reality, by going mech, it's not just simply about building a couple Hellions. Oh, these Reapers are deadly. Jeez.
Very annoying. So he would have seen the barracks floating eventually if he hadn't got in there to see the second factory. Sooner or later would have realized it was mech. But the interesting thing is that we brought up like Major and all of them and their mech, and there's different ways to play mech now, which is, you know, vastly different than basically not playing mech at all. There is still the old-fashioned way, I guess, like Hellion and tanks, but lately, by lately I mean literally in the last week and a half, it's been about the Cyclone. Like in every single matchup you see two factories, you can get a Cyclone and probably be right. And there's always questions like how long are they going to take on the Cyclone? Are they actually going to go for the upgrade? We saw Reality cancel the upgrade, so might be changing his mind here. Are they being scouted? I don't know. But it is going to be Hellions initially from that Tech Lab factory, and then Hellions are actually doing a great job here. Almost denying that bunker. There would have been nothing to put in it, and a lot of SCVs would have gone down. I mean, he should have probably still run past. He has 6 Hellions now. Maybe just pretty scared, you know, what's coming behind. Is there Banshee about to tear down all the oh no. Well, now he knows it's not a Banshee.
That's a really nice lock on the grab too. Even if it doesn't straight up kill the Liberator. Even if this gets to the base, it's coming to the base with like 1/5 HP.
Yeah, it's gonna go down pretty quickly to whatever other Cyclone pops out. And seriously, like this. Now there's a siege tank, okay, so I guess he can't run in there. But, you know, there's actually, like, I think he could, like, just stand right next to the siege tank and kill the SCVs.
It gets straight to the main, by the way. Nothing to oppose it. The Cyclone still isn't out yet, so 2 or 3 SCVs going down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there had to have been a Cyclone between him seeing it and it getting there. There you go.
5 kills isn't too bad. TvT, though, whether it's mech or bio, still, I think, is the one matchup that matters least about worker count, kill count. Especially with this third CC finishing up as quick as it is. Even if NaTuRal were to lose some SCVs here, I think replacing them / getting mules won't be too bad. But we're seeing Reality get to this point where you gotta wonder, like, is he gonna try and just run on top of those tanks, get on top of the dead zone, or is he just gonna back away and disengage entirely? The barracks going down is also gonna be kind of annoying. You guys will note he has to start another one up because not only does he want more factory production, he can't build an orbital out of that new command center.
Oh yeah, funny. Yeah, but luckily it is just the minerals here, and that's something that he might not really mind at this point. He has a lot of control over the game. He saw his opponent was going for a 3rd CC, so it's not like he's going to be super pressured soon anyway. And although it still sucks, I mean, ideally you just never replace that. It's not something that's going to kill Reality. Reality is going for the Magfield Accelerator. I guess I don't know why he canceled in the first place. I guess that allowed like a bit faster of a 3rd command center because he realized that's what his opponent was doing or something like that. But Now going for it, so it's going to be Hellion Cyclone. This was something that, by the way, was also tested in Legacy of the Void beta throughout all of the iterations of the Cyclone. It was like, can you use it in mech? And it usually ended up being too awkward, like the eventual amount of tanks the bio player could get, or if they were meching, obviously, you know, they'd have a lot of tanks too, would just overwhelm the Cyclones. You know, they don't have a lot of health. Even in beta they had more, actually, but they still couldn't really go up against too many tanks. And if it was bio, they just eventually got cornered. Because there's so much bio, their lock-on can only do so much. It just didn't really work in beta, and people gave up on it. But people bringing it back here. You get to see, I guess, a first-hand little treat here. If you guys did miss all the Korean leagues where this was showcased, the Korean games. Oh, this is annoying. NaTuRal did, I think, realize he had technical air control with the Vikings. Although a Cyclone is always a, you know, kind of up in the air. Because the Cyclones can even take out the medevacs. Like so. There you go. Yeah, I think NaTuRal now... The thing is that, well, this is getting, I think, more and more popular. Probably on the Korean ladder as well. It's still not as popular as anything else. Marine tank versus Marine tank, or, you know, regular mech versus bio. So usually that type of push, when you have the Viking control, is just, it can't be stopped. Even if they have Vikings, you know, you can try and boost away. But the Cyclone's made it vastly different.
Unfortunately, NaTuRal is caught in a very bad position here. Not just because of the lack of siege tanks, but if those Blue Flame Hellions can take on the bio, the Cyclones can kite everything else. And that's what makes this a little bit more deadly than just going for siege tanks and Thors and Hellions. The Cyclones add this level of mobility that you just can't stim into, you can't catch. That's where Concussor Shells end up being really good. Really, really good, by the way. So he does have those done. But that drop on the other side of the map gets into the main base of reality. And unfortunately, no matter what gets popped out of production-wise, it's all on the way, and it's only going to be one or two things at a time. So, well, NaTuRal's in a pretty bad spot back at home. So is reality. Yeah,
he was just getting up his production, so this really is a perfect time for NaTuRal. Now, that was mostly Marauders. He could have just split a little and dealt with two Hellbats pretty okay. But, of course, he's focusing on a lot of different places, and he realizes Reality's army is right there. He has quite a few tanks. Literally a few, 3. And quite a few Marauders, too. Yeah, I don't think Reality can break them. Reality had one shining moment where it was like, oh my god, can he do it? And that's kind of gone. He's back to having to take it a little bit slow. In fact, oh my god, the entire army went down. I thought he was going to be able to retreat with something there, but no. And SCVs are going down too, and Reality is just straight up losing this game.
Wow, I really thought, with his attack coming the way it was on NaTuRal too, this didn't look like this is the direction this was going to go, but they got NaTuRal, I guess, didn't pull back and decided to push forward with those medevacs. It was a bit of a gamble, but clearly is paying off. These Marauders can't be dealt with. GG, NaTuRal takes game number 1.
Well, I have a lot of faith in Reality, since he's been doing weird stuff like this before, and he is just a pretty consistently good TvTer to show us how the Cyclone builds compositions work. And instead, it kind of looked like he was trying it out for the first time, too.
Well, that's another thing I was going to bring up, right? We've had Snoot, another really good foreigners remark in our tournaments, that they love playing things like Corsair Cups and go for StarCrafts because it is a chance for them to practice things in a very competitive level that's not just simply ladder grinding. Because on the ladder, not everyone's trying their best, right? When there's money on the line, they are. So what's kind of cool about this is, like, maybe that is the situation for Reality. He's kind of, it's not dicking around, but testing out something new. But follow-up here, that might actually be a build he enjoys, but NaTuRal just simply conquered, because NaTuRal is a good player, as we've been trying to upsell him. He is somebody we've actually been rather enamored by when it comes to unknown, lesser-known players.
Yeah. Just making sure I didn't have to make the lobby.
Updates on, as far as the camera stuff goes, we are having some finicky refinements going on, but I think we're slowly making progress. However, there is a small issue where we may not be able to get over it for this monthly finals, where they might not have the capture card necessary to make this happen the way we want it to. So we're trying some workarounds by every means that we possibly can. But again, unfortunately, it has to be tested live, so when you guys hear me just kind of space out, it's because I'm talking with the Korean production crew through Crank.
Yeah. Everyone pile in here.
Oh yeah, so I guess we didn't tell the stream this, but to bring that up as well, in about 2.5-ish hours from now, I may have to duck out. It'll probably be right around the final start, to be honest, at this rate, but I have to get my last set of X-rays. Hopefully, my last set of X-rays. Cross your fingers, guys, because everything feels pretty good. It's still there are still things that are very clearly broken, but like it feels good opposed to being in pain all the time. So I'm hoping that I won't need any more. They'll be like, yeah, this will just take more time. Be careful, be calm, you'll be good.
I don't know what's up with Reality, man. I think he's doing a better job, you know, than Alive is at catching my eye here.
Oh, all the Korean boys, dude. You know what it is? It's that blonde fucking hair.
Yeah, clearly. Now I'm like a real American woman.
You are just too white and too beautiful
Yo,
to handle.
You know what type of coffee I had this morning?
Was it pumpkin spice?
It was. Oh, but I'm like, Korean. I was talking to Korean casters, right? Because they got referee and they got the host. You can turn off First Blood if you want. And they didn't say anything, but Reality said, I want.
Players can't see it. That's
Yeah,
what
the
was
players
really
can't
funny
see
about him
it.
saying it. I think he didn't know. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into another match, another game of the same series, spawning in the upper side of the map. We do have the blue Terran player from Samsung Galaxy. It's Reality.
Players changing the colors. In the bottom right, as the red Terran, he is NaTuRal.
MVP hype.
What a natural. Yeah.
So, one of the things I think is really interesting, Reality, let's rewind time a little bit here. The HOTS period, we actually couldn't get him to play in anything. Like, whether it had a big prize pool, whether it had Korean presence or not. And a lot of that just had to do, not with like even the team not allowing him to. He just didn't want to unless it was worth like a ton of money. Like, he had the Tasia type thing going on. So I'm not sure if times have just changed so harshly in Korea, or whether the Olimoleague is just more respectable, or they just are really bored on a Tuesday, what the case is. But I'm always gonna have a smile on my face when I get to see Reality, because it has been some time, and kind of got to remind myself, I feel spoiled casting such a good Terran. But man, is it weird watching him be down in the series versus NaTuRal.
Yeah, he certainly tried something very weird, and it could have been just, you know, he's using this as practice time in a competitive environment, or something else really tripped him up. I don't like. There could be a chance, as Reality has not played in the tournaments for quite a while, the online tournaments, that he doesn't know who NaTuRal is. Or the last time we played NaTuRal was like the first time we saw NaTuRal, when he was really not very good at all, and it was just like, oh well, thanks for trying, come back later. He certainly has improved since we first saw him, which was probably a year ago, actually. Like, it's September now. We might have seen him in some of the first Legacy of the Void Olimoleagues. I can't remember, honestly, but there was a time when there was a couple different rookies and we just kind of, not laugh them off, like there was intentionally Olimoleague, but be like, okay, you're going to get beat by Reality and beyond and whatnot. So that might have been a case of just not realizing NaTuRal knew what he was doing and trying to take advantage of that, but NaTuRal definitely does. And in fact, once again, catching him off guard with this Reaper, even brought an SCV with him. Reality luckily has another one to back him up. We got tag team. Oh! That Reaper's gonna lose. Yeah, Reality started healing faster. Oh, that kind of sucks. Well, not the biggest deal in the world either way, to be honest. I guess if Reality's Reaper had died, the SCV building command center might have as well. Or it would have, but in terms of timing on the command center, I'm not sure. And oh well. This SCV survived. They can live another day, tell another tale. Reality does have his own Hellion here. The Reaper adds a lot of health, literally, to this push. I don't think it's deadly, though. Yeah, 2 Hellions are on the way? Nah.
Oh no, we've regressed. I don't know if you've seen the screen region on Skype, but they made it. Oh, they finally fixed it.
Oh, I didn't see it. Too many other things up. Alright, so the Reaper did get into the main base to get a scout, see their second factory again, and unfortunately didn't really get far enough to confirm. There could have been a second factory, in fact, if this was a similar build, but it was just the factory in the starport. And it's going to be a bit of a drop here with maybe Hellions. Maybe just the Marines, like Reality is doing.
I may drop the call in a moment, actually, so just solo cast. I'm sorry about this.
Okay. Well, it is going to be very similar builds here, even following with the factory, and it still is reality going for mech. Wait, I've been calling natural reality this entire time. I think I might have. Well, damn. Damn it! They're stupid colors. So, take that back, rewind. Reality would have liked to have gotten far enough to see if NaTuRal is possibly going for a mech build, but NaTuRal was not the one that did, and he's still not the one going for mech. It is Reality. Again, is the Blue Terran going for mech. God. Hellion Zoo gets dropped in Reality's base. It seems the Marines get dropped in NaTuRal's base, and it's a bit of a scuffle. Unfortunately, the Hellion versus Hellion dynamic, I think, was easier cleaned up. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, because the Hellion's got him here, too. Oh, shit. Well, yeah, this has done some serious damage to NaTuRal. As I was saying, the Hellion drop that we saw from NaTuRal is just, it really has to get, like, those perfect lined-up shots and not really be touched. Like, stop touching me. To get a lot of damage done. Where the Marines, I feel, were definitely, like, they could have been run away from, which was probably something NaTuRal should have done. But if they're not run away from, then I think they have a bit more tankability, especially with that medevac floating over them. So NaTuRal lost a lot of SCVs, and that puts them in a bad starting point to go up against mech. The good news is, against regular mech, which Reality seems to be doing, that is non-cyclone mech, there's a big ramp-up period where they don't have enough tanks. They don't have enough buffer for the tanks, and even reaching for a third base can be very dangerous. But with how the game has gone, I think Reality is perfectly, fine going for third base. This is almost like a pro's going for third base after a Widowmine drop. You know that their units have kind of been expended, and they're going to have to wait a while to get another army or another drop going anyway. But, on top of that, just the mid-game is going to look a little bit smoother for the mech player, too. As opposed to just being dropped every which way and super pressured on the forefront. Scan goes down, sees the, third command center, and still waiting, I guess, for the confirmation on if it's bio or not. Honestly, at this point, it could be both. Either one. Oh, Viking denies this command center for a little while. I still would go towards NaTuRal going for bio, but he might change his mind having taken so much damage. Like, seriously, if he doesn't have a bio at all, like, not even for one medevac, that's going to take away a lot of very important pressure that the bio player usually has to put on the mech player. So going for his own mech might be that solution. Just like, well, if it's going to take, you forever to ramp up, it's going to take me forever to ramp up, let's just do it mech versus mech. But nope, going to be double engineering bay. Viking's still harassing. It's going to do much better on the ground than in the air, I tell you what. Hellions get in here, though, and they do have Blue Flame. Marines are already on top of it. The SCVs, again, were pulled into it a little bit, though, just to stop them from chasing down the rest of the SCVs. That's still going to lose them 8. But 12 SCVs have gone down with a combination of the Banshee and this Viking harass. Oh, I want to see how much damage that did before it died. Oh, this one got 4, so the Viking got 8? Is that really how it went down? Or has that counter just been up for a long time? I'm not sure. This Banshee will be scouted. Fortunately for the Viking, would have gotten the medevac, but oh well. Third base are down for both players, and NaTuRal has managed to bridge the SCV gap a little bit, and has taken a bit of a supply lead at least. Still, I mean, when you look at the army, where is the army? Just kind of spread out everywhere. The tank count is really not so bad. It's actually better than Reality's, but the pushing power in it, I think, is not so great. NaTuRal does not have stim or combat shields, and in fact might even be getting like 1-1 before stim and combat shields because he's still only on 1 barracks. Cyclone goes down, and I guess I should be checking to see if he ever calls me back. YOLO. 3 SCVs went down somewhere? Ah, on the in the third base. Alright. Banshee gets in here and might return the damage of 4 SCVs. It would have gotten maybe 2. Maybe 3, I guess. Got 2. If it had just stayed around instead of trying to run away. Oh well. Reality is getting a lot more production than NaTuRal. This is starting to get really worrying. Like, seriously, the fact that Reality gets his extra factories before the bio player is just... It's almost insane. Like, that's really not supposed to be the way that it goes. NaTuRal does have somewhat of an army, though, and he actually tried to get Viking control. Still doesn't have it, though. That, should he find a decent position like here, or maybe over here, it could still be very hard for Reality to break. I mean, his armor supply is good, but it's not in a lot of units, right? So he'd have to do some fancy footwork, like Hellbat drop on top of him. There's a fly. I'm gonna. If you hear a clap, it's because I killed it. That might be where NaTuRal comes back in this game. He is gonna use these this back door here, but you know, keep in mind he still doesn't have the Viking control. He's seen the amount of Vikings that Reality has. And by taking the fight so early here, he just utterly fails in the battle. Quite unfortunate. Hellbat's looking for drops. Marine's looking for said drops. Unfortunately, not able to find them. He might just take more SCV damage. He's finally at an okay SCV count, but so late in the game. NaTuRal not looking great at all here. It's this lack of pressure that is so concerning, even though the numbers really aren't that bad yet. When you consider where a bio player is supposed to be, 20, 30 army supply up against a mech player, it's pretty terrible. At least his upgrades are better. If it's a perfect game for the bio player, they have like faster expansions, faster upgrades, faster production, and it's all about the mech player just barely holding on. That's a perfect game. Doesn't happen that often. In this game, it's just NaTuRal trying to hope to God he doesn't get pushed soon, which is supposed to be the other way around. Hellbat drops did occur. Oh no! Oh dear! No! 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 You shouldn't have brought those SCVs back that early. Well, that's gonna turn this game into just all in and try and win here. Fortunately, with so few bio units, it's gonna be. It's pretty impossible. NaTuRal can't do it. I don't believe in you, NaTuRal. This drop could certainly get a lot of production had it been 5 seconds sooner. Boost! Boost in, buddy, boost! Go for it, go for the gold! There you go. Alright, cool. So he's still gonna get in here just before the Masters finish. Literally. Seriously. And he's gonna manage to get in the armory. Okay, I thought there'd maybe be more marauders in here. Oh, the main fight goes down here and the tanks aren't sieged. They take a very, very bad fight. Even if they were sieged, Hellbat drops would have been able to break them combined with those tanks. In doing the attack, he does mess up the drop on the Marines, but I think there's enough production. Like, seriously, Marine only. Yeah, that's gonna be game. There's nothing to defend back at home. One tank goes down to one tank. Good job. Now I was gonna try. Nope, GG. And that was a much better looking mech game than the Cyclone game previously.
Hey, good looking. What you cooking?
Nothing. You assume that I'm cooking because I'm a woman? Sexist.
No, but I realized, like, the second I hit the call button is when everything went to shit in that game. Oh my god, I was watching your camera just bounce all over the place.
Yeah, it was a bad game for NaTuRal for some time. So we're gonna get to game number 3. We're gonna take a bit of a break first. See you soon. Wrong one. Welcome back. We're tied up 1-1. In the top left on Frozen Temple, he's the Red Terran, NaTuRal.
Yeah, it's really great to see him tie up series with such a good player. In the bottom right, we got the Blue Terran Reality. And the brackets are also advanced. We got a really nice round of 8 set up. And apparently after this series, we'll be jumping into Neeb versus Gumiho. Unless that gets started earlier than expected. But other matches right now, Hurricane versus Ryong, Beyond versus Pets, all look really good. This is probably one of the best looking round of 8s in the Olimoleague we've seen in a very long time. And the fact that we have a foreigner in it, spicing it up, all so much the better.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely the one of the best looking round of 8s here. Interesting to see how Pet does. I would like to see him in game. Unfortunately, he's going up against Beyond, so that's quite a test of coming back in the online scene. But it'll be cool. See if he can do anything. Beyond has not been the unstoppable TvZ that he has in the past, so maybe something can happen. 2 racks, though, from NaTuRal here, just to start things off a little bit aggressive. Reality not shy about going for 1 base builds, but I think has gone for Command Center after Reaper twice now. They both have, right? So, still trying to catch him off guard, just like in that one game where he got 2 Reapers instead of 1. Technically, they've played 4 games, or 3.5, whatever you want to call it, so remember that happened. Reality does go for Command Center after Reaper, but he sees what's happening. thankfully it's only a 2 racks and not a 3 racks, which he's like really diligently making sure that is the case. If it was proxied, I think the gas would already be down too, so he knows. And that's cause for concern, but not the same type of like, oh shit, like I definitely went for the wrong build here. That is a 3 racks, especially if any of those are proxied. So just playing smart and safe with a Reaper should do it, and not getting a reactor on your barracks. Oh, he took a grenade to the face, though. This is already complicating things. NaTuRal looking to cut him off from getting to the high ground and running away, but in doing so is you know, losing time, clearly. If he got the Reaper right off the bat, that would actually be devastating for reality. He's really gonna chase it, really. Huh. That's gonna give us so much time to reality here. To get a Hellion. Although I guess if he's still... No, never mind. He's only getting 3 Reapers. Alright. Again, like, if he had killed the Reaper right off the bat, I think he continues making Reapers. But, realizing, I guess, the time is gone. It's passed. He's gonna do what he can. Oh, almost loses that Reaper!
But gets some really nice grenades.
Oh,
A little bit of a risk. That one goes down, kind of sucks, but you can still take on the Hellion actually once combat drugs kicks in, which it already is, so it's going to heal up and start turning this around. I guess it's kind of funny too, because Hellions used to be such an easy peasy anti-Reaper defense. You get one out, you're just good. Reapers don't even matter. The grenade really changed things up with these units.
Hellion, I guess, is predicting the Reapers coming back into the base. But, yeah,
well,
I'm with you.
Pathfinding was also a bit weird there, too. His Reapers got separated, I don't know if it was on purpose.
Yeah, I'm with you, though. Like, it should have been NaTuRal hunting the single Hellion, as opposed to getting around and about. But now there's 2, he definitely can't tango with it. But the Hellions are left on the low ground, and he shouldn't... I guess he can tango with the Marines if he wants to, but just, like, spending all your time in the SCD line will also be pretty good. He's gonna get that last Marine, and that's unfortunately it. I mean, a decent grenade on the worker line. That always interrupts mining. And recall that he's... excuse me. He's kept the SCVs from transferring, from building at this NaTuRal. You know, reality had to lift his NaTuRal. Like, these are all things that contributed to NaTuRal getting his NaTuRal, I can say that a few more times, a lot quicker. And now it's pretty damn safe, because you also get a lot of scouting. Ooh, I didn't even see this medevac come across the map. So, Hellion drop. Cyclone does get a lock on, but it's got to be careful. Just, oh my god, it's against Hellions and it's already down to half health. But it does get the medevac. So even if it dies now, I think it's been worth. In fact, you should probably let the Cyclone die over 10 SCVs. Oh, that ended up still working out pretty well for reality. I think 10 SCVs is worth a medevac. The Hellions are kind of whatever anyways. NaTuRal salvage a bunker. Not only to get minerals back, but also because he realizes there's probably not going to be that deadly of a frontal push if he's going to commit to a drop like that. Cyclone ended up dying, right? No, he repaired it. Right, okay, so he's going to be able to take care of the Liberator pretty easily, too. His own Liberator. Does Rad have anything against this? A Viking. Yeah, that shouldn't do too much. The Cyclone's going to be bold here. It can't really do much, but say a Viking was looking around for a Banshee or preempting the Liberator, that would have been pretty good. Unfortunately, he will lose that damn Cyclone. They tried so hard to do so much.
I got so far, but in the end,
didn't really get that far.
Didn't even matter.
Well, now I can't help deal with the Liberator. There are a lot of Marines. There's a lot of Marines. Man, did I tell you, like, the after party in Montreal, like, the DJ was great, right? I told you all about how
playing
cool
the
the
old
after
school
party
music
was.
and stuff.
No, but, okay, so the last hour, I think, in an attempt to get everyone to leave naturally, as opposed to, you know, kicking us all out.
They just played, like, really bad music?
Yeah, they played, like, Evanescence and, like, Linkin Park, like, super depressing, like, songs.
Nothing wrong with either of those examples provided, man.
As songs, I guess, like, especially when you're in a certain mood, they're fine. As songs that follow up, like, Queen and, like, NSYNC and stuff, it's a definite drastic difference, and you're like, wait a second, what's going on? Anyway. Good times. Throwback to the 90s. And we have a tank push. This is with Stim. As we saw with the Liberator getting cleaned up. And reality doesn't have too much here. 2 tanks should be enough. Unless Well, they can't really be dropped on. 3 tanks is definitely enough. I think NaTuRal not able to break reality here, but could just simply have a soft contain. Oh, he wanted that tank. Oh, he got the tank. Yeah, he did. That was nice. Forces the other one on siege as well, which does give him some room. Thank God reality got that third set up. Otherwise, he could be in trouble. Liberator, oh dear God. It's gonna get an SCV. Like, I got you, buddy. Oh, damn.
The Viking should easily be able to push that. So while he does get rid of that angle of the attack, the problem still remains with these siege tanks. Vikings can keep this from pushing too far forward, but for NaTuRal, a soft contain will do. Like, he really doesn't have to drop in the base. He doesn't have to get on top of production. As long as he can stall out reality actually moving over to that third orbital, that's perfectly fine too.
Yeah. I really like his positioning here, just getting whatever he can, even against the Viking control. That's really nice.
Marine stim a little bit because I think he wanted to go chase those Vikings for a moment, but realized, nope, that's tank fire he'd be running into.
Yeah. Just wonder why I had a Marauder in here. It's because I don't know if he realized it was going to be a Marine tank versus Marine tank until just now. Or he just got it accidentally. He did not have a lot of barracks production, so he's kind of getting whatever he could. Anywho, double drops going into the main base. These do have tanks. Very old-fashioned way to go here, but reality really is focusing entirely to the north side. If NaTuRal to get back to the position he was just in, that might even force him to go a little bit more north. I recall Rowdy's already built missile turrets that almost killed the Liberator, and the Vikings are, I think, a little... They're, like, kind of realizing, maybe a drop somewhere. But I think he's more thinking of, like, a drop right into the main here, as opposed to 2 new drops into the back of his mineral line. But speaking of drops, we have 16 Marines going straight for that third base. And there's really not a lot to defend. If the tank was already pre-sieged, even on the high ground here, that would be probably be perfect, but not in position. This could get very dangerous for both sides. Reality looking to push forward so he can take his third base, is getting more and more out of position. Uh-oh, Cemetery though. Does he notice? Does anyone notice? Everyone's so focused on their own thing.
Yeah. Attack on the third will push that back, but I think he should be able to hold this. That tank's getting some nice shots on the Marines, but the buffer's now gone, and he's not picking up that tank. Oh, barely picks it up in the last second. It's going to live just a little bit longer, but reality's third also pushed off. Difference being NaTuRal might straight up loses at this rate.
Oh, stop.
I don't know where that's flying to.
I don't know either, but the SCVs also came back. He did realize there was a drop, by the way. He already had units going back there, so while reality has to, you know, stop his third base for a little while, he also denies NaTuRals and gets 11 SCVs. That only evens things up, and actually not even. Reality's still down by 5. I did want to bring up that the upgrades were better for Reality. Even though his combat shield's a little bit later, ended up not really playing a part in the fight. They had finished up, and Reality just has a much better army supply. NaTuRal, given 3 minutes, will have enough tanks to defend, and will eventually catch up there, but... Reality shouldn't be giving him 3 minutes. Reality should just push with what he has and probably win the game. A concave on 2 tanks, that should do it. I mean, a concave on the third base should do it, too, but either one.
You know, I really thought that dance of thirds was kind of cool to see, but now I'm starting to get worried. That supply count is just way too drastic. I mean,
the drop was terrible. That's really what contributed to it.
Top left getting slaughtered in the main. NaTuRal loses control of things, and that's going to be the series going to Reality, which absolutely makes this the sickest round of 8 we've ever seen in the Olimoleague.
Yeah, we have our... I mean, if Nia vs. Gumio is being held, we're going to go right into that. That's great. But anything else, including following this one, would be fantastic as well. It would be a
yeah, there's really, like, you could throw a dart at this round of 8, and you'd just be good no matter where it lands.
Yeah, so we'll come back with whatever match is kind of given to us. Again, anything would be good. And I'll see you guys soon.